I put on this outfit the other day. It was a very simple outfit. Nothing wrong with it per se. In fact, it's actually made up of some of my favorite pieces. A really cozy sweater, great pair of denim, and some comfy sneakers. But for some reason, it just left me feeling kind of uninspired. And that really got me thinking about how it's not about the clothes, but it's about how we style them and how we put them together. So in this video, I'm going to share one styling technique that is going to transform your outfit. You are going to look and feel 100 times more stylish, and best of all, it's so easy to implement. And this styling technique is that you want to add some contrast and friction within your outfits. I absolutely love looking at street style photos, and the one thing I've really noticed and picked up on is that the most stylish outfits do this really well. Whether that be a contrast of proportion or color or texture, I'm gonna give you so many ideas in this video that I really hope at the end you just feel really inspired to go and try and restyle your clothes and create new outfits. I'm also working with Petite Studio again, where I will be styling their new autumn collection throughout this video. Petite Studio are a brand that cater to, yes, you've guessed it, petite women. They create clothes that are modern and classic, and best of all, they use actual petite fit models to make sure that their clothes properly fit us. I am 5'2", and so it is so nice to find a brand that doesn't just shorten the hem of something and label it petite. Throughout the video, you will see how perfectly each piece fits my petite frame, and it's just great not having to visit the tailor after I purchase something. They currently have their autumn sale on where you can get 25% off site-wide. There's no code, it will be automatically taken off at checkout. And the sale is on until the 2nd of October. Everything that I'm wearing will of course be linked below with all of the sizing information. And if you're new here, hello, hi, I'm Adeline, and I make style content on YouTube. I've also started a new newsletter which you can subscribe to. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok, and everything will be linked in the description box. The first contrast that I want to talk about is a contrast of aesthetics. I think this is such a great one because as human beings, none of us are just one thing. We all have a mixture of identities and different parts of our wardrobes that represent different parts of us. Whether that's your casual everyday wardrobe, your slightly more formal wardrobe for work, or maybe you have a few dressy pieces that you save for going out. We all have these nuances in our wardrobes. And one of the most interesting ways to put together an outfit is to style these aesthetics together. So if we go back to the start of the video and we look at this very basic outfit again, it's what I would call a very flat outfit. Each piece is very casual. Each piece I love individually, but when put together in this one outfit, I just think they all sort of fall flat. They all kind of muddle together, nothing really stands out. And so to me, it's kind of a very uninspired outfit. So two simple swaps that I have made is to change the jeans to these silky trousers and the sneakers to loafers. When I think of silky trousers, I think dressy outfit with heels. But actually pairing them with this wool jumper means that I can wear them on more occasions, which means I can get that cost per wear down, which I know we all try and do so that we can justify all of our purchases. But by changing the jeans to these trousers, it's still a relatively casual outfit because you're wearing it with the wool jumper, but it's just slightly more elevated. I also love the contrast in texture with the kind of smooth silkiness of the trousers and that like chunky wool sweater. I think visually that gives you a more interesting outfit as well. I also really like that the brown shoes tie in with the brown on the jumper. I think that ties in really nice. Each piece sort of complement each other and bring each other out instead of all just sort of like blending in and not really giving anything. Altogether, it is a much better outfit than what we started with. The next piece I have is this herringbone blazer, which I love. It's 100% wool, and a herringbone blazer to me is a wardrobe staple in the autumn months. This one is in a slightly oversized cut, just how I like my blazers. But the great thing about this is that Petite Studio have tailored it in a way that it doesn't completely drown me, even though I am petite. And I feel like I could so easily style this in my usual way with like a t-shirt, jeans, and a pair of loafers. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. It still looks great. It's still something I would absolutely wear. But it might not be the most sort of interesting way to wear this blazer. So I've chosen to style it here with a pair of like sporty kind of track pants. I've mixed the preppy aesthetic of the blazer with a more sporty aesthetic. I feel like these two pieces shouldn't work together, but they do. I mean, at least I think they do. I actually picked these trousers up from a vintage shop in Japan, annoyingly. But I will try and link similar items in the description box. And by the way, if an item is no longer available, I'll always try to look for alternatives for you. I think that one tip I have if you are, going to mix very opposite pieces together is to make sure that the color palette is cohesive. So we have this sort of like brownish, reddish, herringbone texture. And I think because the trousers are also in the same sort of like reddish tone, that keeps the outfit feeling cohesive and isn't too jarring to the eyes, even though these pieces are very different in aesthetics. If I had worn this blazer with an all preppy outfit, with a white shirt underneath and loafers, or if I had worn the trousers with like a hoodie and sneakers, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think mixing these two things together, have that point of tension and just give you a much more stylish outfit. Another way I've styled these trousers is with this white shirt, also from Petite Studio. And what I love about this white shirt is that even though it is in that slightly like, oversized boxy fit, it's not super long. And all of my white shirts, like I like a bit of an oversized fit in my white shirts, but they're all so long that I can't wear them untucked. But with this shirt I can, and I just love that. And then I've also paired it with a pair of ballet flats, which I feel like might be controversial. I feel like people might not like the way this looks, but I think this looks really cool. I think the silhouette actually works very well with this whole outfit because the shirt is like big and oversized and I've left it untucked. I think you need a slimmer profile on the foot to balance out that proportion. And it also adds in a more feminine aesthetic to this otherwise quite like sporty and masculine outfit. So we've got quite a few different points of tension here in this outfit, and I think overall, it's a really good one that I really love. So that was just a few different aesthetics that you can mix together. Of course, the list is endless. And what's great about this is that we are all different, obviously. And so our wardrobes are all different. So whatever kind of aesthetics that you mix together with the pieces that you choose to do it with, it's gonna be completely unique to you. And that is really what is going to give you that personal style. Next, I have one of my personal favorite ways to dress in these transitional months, and that is with a contrast of seasons. I know you fashion girlies also know that this is the best time of year because we can really use so many pieces in our wardrobes to create really like fun and unique outfits. And that includes contrasting our summer and autumn wardrobes together. And these outfits are often like some of my most favorite outfits to wear. I don't know why. I just love being able to mix my summer and autumn wardrobe together in one outfit. But the time that we can do it is so slim. We really have to make the most of it whilst we can, which in England is like a week and a half. Mixing fabrics is one way to think about it. So I have on that wool jumper again, because it has this kind of like a Fair Isle design on it. It is pretty wintry, I would say, but I've paired it with my white cotton skirt that I was wearing all summer long. And I think they work really well together. Probably not a rain appropriate outfit because it is a white cotton skirt, but it's one I would definitely save for those dry autumn days. I've worn it with ballet flats, but again, I think you could also think about mixing in some autumn footwear. So if it is a little bit colder, you could put on a pair of boots with it. I've just put on my riding boots and I actually kind of love how this whole outfit turned out. And it also means I can wear this skirt for a longer period of time. Next, I have this black silk dress, which you would have seen me wear on this channel countless times because it is my ultimate favorite dress ever in the whole wide world. It's a piece that I only reserve for the warmer weather, but here I've just paired it with this black wool jumper, also from Petite Studio. I really love this kind of like asymmetrical design of this jumper. I think that's really interesting. Again, we've got that mix of texture with the silk and the wool. Even though they are both black, I think you need a bit of texture to keep things a little bit interesting. What I think works here is that the jumper is very slim and quite a thin-ish merino wool. If it was too thick and chunky, then you do sort of run the risk of being too warm, but then when you take off the jumper, you're too cold. So you do have to sort of take in some considerations when you are mixing your summer and autumn wardrobes together. And I know that what I'm saying is not revolutionary, but it's nice to be reminded sometimes. I feel like sometimes I can so easily get into a bit of a style rut where I'll just put on like jeans and a jumper and sneakers, and then that will just not leave me feeling the greatest. I'm also not saying that every single outfit you wear has to have some type of contrast and has to be really, really stylish. But sometimes when you are feeling a little bit bored of the clothes that you're wearing and what's in your wardrobe, you just need a bit of a refresh and a bit of a reminder of how to be creative and how to restyle your pieces in new ways. And that's really my hope for this video. Next, I have this gorgeous denim midi skirt, which I feel like, again, I would probably only reserve for the spring or summer months, and I would wear it with sandals or sneakers and a tank top. But bringing it into autumn, I have paired it with a cashmere t-shirt and a pair of knee-high brown boots. I love pairing a midi skirt with knee-high boots. I think that really like elongates your frame, especially me. I'm always looking for ways to make my legs look longer. 5'2" girl problems, but this is one of the best ways that you can do it. I also think the denim and that sort of brown mock croc work so lovely together. Does that make sense? Just work so nicely together. They just look really good together. When you're mixing your summer and autumn wardrobes together, I think that the wrong shoe theory works really well here. So either you wear like a really summery outfit and then a pair of like autumn shoes or boots, or you could do it the other way around where you wear quite an autumnal outfit and then you wear a pair of summer sandals. I'm personally more a fan of the former just because I really hate having cold feet. As much as I love how wearing like a pair of really cool smart trousers look with a pair of flip-flops, I just can't pull that off. And like I said, I hate having cold feet. So that doesn't work for me, but if it works for you, then go for it. If you've watched my channel before, then you will know that I love a neutral color palette. But this year, I have actually been trying to add in a bit more color into my wardrobe. And I've been trying to do this mainly through my accessories. A neutral with a pop of color is now like one of my favorite types of looks to do. Where I previously would have worn just like a fully neutral outfit, I now like to add a pop of color. I think it's really modern, it's a little bit unexpected, and I think it's just a really like stylish thing to do. I recently bought these yellow sneakers and they have been a lot more versatile than I thought they would be. Here I've worn them with some herringbone trousers, also from Petite Studio. And again, I just need to take a moment to appreciate the fit of these trousers because they fit like a glove. The length of them is perfect. They're like long, but they're not touching the floor. The rise on them is a really good high rise. They're not super, super high. They're not too low. And they're also really comfortable and warm. I think these are gonna be great to wear throughout winter. And paired with the yellow sneakers, I think they just look really cool. I think that sometimes menswear inspired looks can be a bit stuffy and serious, But by wearing them with a colored sneaker, especially one that is like bright yellow, kind of just makes it a bit more fun and less serious. I honestly never would have thought that these yellow sneakers would be so versatile, but I think because like majority of my wardrobe is neutral, I can actually wear this with so many different outfits. I think that if you are doing a pop of color, then keep the rest of your outfit to 1 or 2 other neutral colors only. I think any more than that would look way too busy. So you want to keep the rest of your outfit relatively simple. To keep that pop of color in your outfit feeling cohesive, I think that you can also use that simple trick of matching your shoes with your bag. So another pair of trainers that I purchased way back in March now are these maroon Sambas. I actually haven't worn these because I've been waiting for autumn, because maroon is such a perfect autumn color. And it's just the most perfect color match for this maroon bag that I got recently. I mean, how perfect is that? So here I've just paired these maroon accessories with an all gray outfit. I think naturally you might be inclined to style your pop of color with like a white or a black, but this is a very dramatic color difference. It's very, very contrasted. It's almost too much in my opinion, my humble opinion. And it's like your eye just goes straight to that pop of color instead of being like one nice cohesive outfit. So I would use neutrals such as navy, beige, and gray to work with that pop of color. Another piece that I bought earlier on in this year that I didn't think would be as versatile as it is this red cashmere cardigan. Another way that we can add a contrasting color is, you know, by throwing it over our shoulders and giving us this really cool sort of like preppy aesthetic. It's also, of course, quite practical to wear it like this during autumn when you just need to be ready with layers, or you need to be ready to take off layers depending on which way the temperature goes. It's such an easy way to add color to your outfit. Just throw it over your shoulders. It gives you that effortless look that we are all sort of like striving for. You know, it's like you just threw this on, no effort at all, but you look super cool. And that pop of red just looks great with beige, it looks great with herringbone or even denim. And there's so many ways you can incorporate a pop of color into your wardrobe. So I've obviously shown you with that cardigan and some accessories, but you could do it with a scarf like I've done here. I'm wearing a double denim outfit with this sort of like orange totem scarf, and the blue and the orange are complementary colors, so they work really nicely together. You could do it with a pair of socks. I think that looks really cool. And so there really are just endless ways to bring in color into your wardrobe and have that sort of unexpected pop of color. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this video gave you some new, fresh inspiration, new ideas of how you can style your existing wardrobe. Thank you to Petite Studio for sponsoring this video. Remember that you can check out their sale from now until the 2nd of October. Everything on their website is 25% off, so if you are 5'3" or 5'4" and under, then you are definitely in for a treat. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe if you aren't already, as I will be back next week with some more style content. And so I will see you then. Bye.